It's so beautiful. Yeah, it's real. New York, actually, they put up the plus-size statue in Times Square. It's going to remain there, unfortunately, until June 17th. So if you're going there, take pictures. But I asked everybody on X today to give us your best takes on this. And guess what? They did not disappoint. Let's start with, as I stated, this is a massive 12-foot tall statue, and it's supposed to confront preconceived notions of identity and representation. So our Steve Baker, we are going to start with him. He says, or more correctly stated, a monument to the food pyramid, diabetes, and the number one COVID-19 comorbidity.
And Steve's line is, I think, what a lot of people think when they see this, which is the initial kind of reaction, like, why are you doing this? What does this represent? Does it represent obesity? Because that's a national problem.
Kyle H., let's go ahead and get to him. He says, I think Dante said it best, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Although the final scene of Planet of the Apes also comes to mind. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the final reply for the day, because it is just the big, beautiful statue in the Planet of the Apes.
Damn you.
People out there have
Damn
one
you to
thing
hell.
on their minds, and this is it. You actually found that last one.
Yeah, I mean, it cracked me up. It seemed like a more fitting statue.
What's up, fam? Recently, a statue of a plus-size black woman was unveiled in Times Square, and I've seen some going back and forth and debates and confusion circulating about it. Some would say that the statue should be celebrated as an idea. Others prefer a different aesthetic. Well, my message and point of view of the whole matter might be a little bit different than most, but it's still very simple. Now, online we have the usual suspects, the white media and the black white supremacist panderers.
And the demographics are the same. I mean, they especially want plus-size black females in statuesque form, and they're putting it out there on purpose. And you have to sort of question, why is this? Why is this going on? It's very strange.
Is that a statuesque form? I don't know. I mean, it is. It's technically a statue, but I don't know if statuesque form is exactly what people have in mind there. But we want to make America beautiful again overall.
Yes, very important. And first, you need to realize that there are people who want to make America ugly and have purposely done that in art for a long time, for decades and decades and decades, post-World War II. Is we have to have a concerted effort to support people who make beautiful things again. And you don't make beautiful things unless you really are impassioned and love and care about truth, goodness, and beauty. And so we have to bring back the beautiful. Otherwise, we won't save the country. You can't do it. The love of beauty is what moves forward the hearts and minds of human beings. It's what makes us do great things. That's the sort of inspiration we need. So without a concerted effort to bring it back on all fronts, which is hard because all these institutions are making everything ugly, we will not win.
You know what? I'm actually going to go and use the minimum wage argument. She is not fat enough in that statue. We need somebody actually representation of somebody that's actually bigger, bolder, more beautiful than what we got here. Why have we just gone with a slender fat woman?
I mean, the whole thing is embarrassing. I mean, it's embarrassing no matter who you are, whether you're a black woman or not. I mean, the whole thing is, it's a weird fetish they have where you're putting up altars to unknown gods who are overweight.
I mean, he could have made a sculpture of a black person who looks like Zeus or something. Instead, he gave us a statue of Queen Latifah on her day off.
Libs have erected a giant black lady in Times Square. This statue, I think it's a 12-foot tall statue. But when I say it's a statue of a giant black lady, it's not even any black lady in particular. It's just a black lady. It's not Monique. It's not Oprah. It's just a random generic black lady.
I don't understand what's the problem. Y'all talking about her? She look like your mother. She look like your mother, your aunties, your cousins, your nieces. Any black woman in your family, she look like me. I am very happy that she's there. She's 12 feet tall. She's very intimidating. When you walk by her, you just gotta respect her. You don't laugh at her. And the only person that should really be mad is a black woman. And we're not mad. They see us. Every single day when they go to work, they see us. She's us. And she's black. And she's tired. We are tired. You didn't think we was tired? They chose us before they put a 12-foot man. That's good.
You know, there are men's statues. I don't know if anybody's ever been in New York at Times Square, but there are men's statues that stand there, and they're not humiliating. They don't look stupid. They're not big. My mother don't look like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. My mother is about 5'4", 5'3", maybe 115 pounds. Gorgeous, well taken care of, articulate, speaks well. Was a phenomenal mother, and she's not tired. She's living her best life. She was phenomenal. She was married. She's still married, but she got remarried after my father passed away some years later or whatever. But she's a great woman, and she's nothing like that. And here's the thing. What y'all don't realize is that statue is there as a joke. Like, they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. They're not celebrating you. They're humiliating you. And you may think that this whole diversity, equity, and inclusion trope that they're using in order to put you guys on display, but the jokes write themselves, and it's not displaying you in a positive light, especially in a place where there are millions of visitors every single year. Probably one of the most popular places for people outside of the United States of America to visit is New York City, Times Square, and it's trifling. But as a whole, as a culture, as a community, it kind of puts you guys on display in a negative light. In my personal opinion, it's not flattering. It's not good. I mean, to be big, to be boisterous, to have that as something that somebody aspires to, it's just not good. And you know, I've seen people on both ends of the spectrum. I've seen people get mad at it as far as, you know, black women. I've seen women like this woman right here celebrate it.
That's power. A lot of people love us. A lot of people love us. We fit the beauty standard. Companies love us. We make things shake. We make things sell. So yeah, put the statue up. Put some more. I don't give a damn if that lady was missing a leg, if she was in a wheelchair. She's me. I'm black, and I'm proud.
Think about that for a minute, though. This what a way to end the video. Think about that for a minute, though. Like, you guys are the biggest consumers. You often at time are the easiest finesse when it comes to the way that they manipulate y'all into voting a certain type of way, and y'all celebrate it as the 92%. You then say companies love us. That means that they're able to take more advantage of you because you are not the ones that control what happens in a company. You are the ones that they market to because they know that y'all are the ones that are easily marketed it to, so that y'all can then be taken advantage of. Like, in no way, shape, or form is the thing that she's saying something I think that you guys should be celebrating. You know, you guys are the most enrolled, but you are the most in debt, and you are the ones that are complaining about student loan crisis. Like, we could just go down a list of the things that you guys think is celebratory, but it's not celebratory. I think it's disrespectful. Ain't no tennis star, ain't no Serena Williams, Venus Williams-esque. Ain't none of that. Y'all ain't even get a Sha'Carri Richardson looking statue that is nice, fit, dope, and overcomer. Like, it doesn't scream anything except for big and disruptive.
You know, those who sell out our community, our dignity for a few crumbs, submissively serving their anti-black white puppet masters while pretending to speak for us. They are working overtime to make sure that their colonizer feels so good. But make no mistake about it, their allegiance isn't to black people around the world. It's all about lining their pockets and maintaining white supremacy in disguise. both the white media and the black coon grifters are going to do what they're going to do, so it is what it is. We can't worry about them. First of all, I want to address the elephant in the room because I don't know who asked for this, but my personal view of this statue is mixed. On one hand, I'm completely down with displaying the most beautiful, fit, attractive, and aesthetically pleasing version of the black woman. And I personally don't think any woman on the planet can rival the black woman's beauty in a direct head-to-head contest. And yes, I am a pick-me when it comes to the black woman. However, someone might say something about the weight and health problems of the black American woman, quite possibly one of those coons who are married to a white woman. I mean, after all, that's their caveat, right? Well, I just happen to be one of these black men who actually hate the body positivity movement because I think it is designed to hurt our women and continue bad health and personal outcomes. I think our women should do whatever they can to live long, healthy, vibrant lives for their husbands and children. With that being said, I've heard that about 60% of black women are overweight, and some would even go as far as saying that that number is closer to 80%. So if this is true, one might say, Peacock, that this statue is the proper representation of the black woman. Okay, let's go with that. But why can't we have a beautiful and feminine image of a black woman who just happened to be on the slightly heavier side? Oh, if you're one of these black men who think that I'm just going to slander and trash black women, you need to go over to Fresh and Fit or one of these other hyper black Christian conservative platforms. Because over here, we elevate our people, we elevate our men, we elevate our women where they are, and we hold white supremacists and coons accountable. I'm always going to protect the image of black people no matter where they are on the planet and target those who wish to diminish it. And I'm completely uncaring if it ends up with me having just one subscriber because of it, because I'm black first, everything else is secondary. Now back to where I was. Oh yeah. Why can't we have a beautiful and feminine image of a black woman who just happened to be on the slightly heavier side? Especially as we have plenty of examples of black women who aren't a size 4 or 6 who just happen to be attractive and feminine. Let's dive a little bit deeper into this. It looks like this black woman statue is wearing a too short t-shirt and a pair of blue jeans on top of a bad attitude, defiant and masculine hands on the hip image. You know, the same trope, the narrative that black women are out of control and they're defiant and hateful, mean-spirited, things like that with bad attitudes, that kind of image. I mean, after all, she couldn't be in a nice dress and in some heels. What about a power suit? She couldn't be in a business suit? Why couldn't they display a plus-size black woman who is elegant, modest, and demure? I know why. Just like they can't display a physically fit and aesthetically pleasing black woman, because they always have to lower the beauty standards and the femininity of black women around the planet while pushing a soft, sexy, or perceived version of white Eurocentric version of beauty. Now, even if those white female images aren't quite soft, they tend to be athletic, powerful, sending a positive message about freedom or liberty, not a message of obesity, ratchetness, and out-of-order defiance. Now, online, I see the back and forth arguments going on as we have some black women who are fully embracing this image, while other black women are angry and see this as an outright form of mockery of all black women, ultimately making us the laughing stock of the world. Well, my personal view on the matter is closer to the second, and I prefer a more positive image of the black woman because none of us are stupid. Because you can project beauty and strength in an image all at once. They do it all the time with white women. Here's another differing view regarding the statue, and it relates to the brothers. To the black men who love black women, there's a part of me that believes that we should simply just sit this one out. Because our black women need to come to a consensus on how they want to be physically perceived in images.
So it's something that's supposed to, what did she say? Show value and something about stereotypes. Look at this picture, right? And I'm not even trying to be mean. This is a 12-foot statue of a big black woman. She's a little, overweight. She's standing there with her hands on her hips, like an attitude, like, they like to portray black women to be. But
what about this shows debunks the stereotypes of black women? What about her standing there alone debunks any stereotypes of this woman? It actually kind of perpetuates the stereotype that's already out there when it comes to black women. She's by herself. She's standing with an attitude. She's not even dressed in a nice feminine way. It looks very masculine. She's big. And she looks like a worn out, obese working black woman. And we got to assume that she's single because there's no husband there. There's no, there's nothing else. I would think that if you're really trying to show something other than the stereotype that is negatively out there or portrayed of black women, you would have put maybe a statue of an entire family. I think you would start there. Of a woman who's dressed very feminine, a feminine woman who looks nice and happy, and she has a husband and she has 2 kids maybe. Because, I always see, you know how you've seen pictures of, like you go take photos, right? We've taken family photos, at Target at some point, or wherever you go to take your family photos. When they're promoting the family photos, what do you see? When you see the non-melanated family, the white family, there's a wife, there's a husband, and maybe 2 kids hugging, and the kids are sitting in front and the husband is there. When they show the pictures of the black family, it's always the woman and maybe 2 or 3 kids. There's never a father. So we already see these stereotypes out there, and that is what's been portrayed, as if there aren't any husbands and wives in the black community and full families in the black community. We know there are, but the single mother is always at the forefront of all of this. So what is this statue going to do? A big bronze statue of a tough looking, obese, overweight black woman with her hands on her hips looking mad like she about to cuss you out. How is this going to destroy any negative stereotypes about black women? How is this going to do it? Even my daughter was like, what's the point of this? What's the point of the statue being there? And then people are walking around thinking that this is something, a flex. I don't think so.
And I get it. Some of our women are a little bit confused right now. Is it the plus size image that's the standard, or should it be the physically fit and athletic image? Because until our sisters can come to an agreement on how they want to be physically represented, we as black men have no idea how to protect an image that is kind of confusing to the women themselves. Our focus should be backing our women, no doubt. But we also have to know what we're defending and if it's unethical or demeaning to our women. You see, part of the protection is rejecting buffoonery, no matter who it comes from.
Fat, black, and ugly in Times Square is wild. Like, they really think we're a joke. Like, that big behind, 12-foot, overweight black woman in the middle of Times Square, that is what they chose to represent us? Like, that's what they think about us, y'all. Big, overweight, there's nothing attractive about the statue. There's nothing appeasing. It's like this monster of a black woman who's dominating. Like, y'all know what it gives? This aggressive, overpowering, masculine black woman. That's what the statue gives. It does not give anything feminine, soft, strong, powerful, fit. No, it's a big, black, fat, overweight woman in the middle of Times Square to take pictures of. Y'all, they really be playing with us. And until we recognize what is happening out here, they're going to keep playing with us. They're going to keep playing with us because we play with ourselves.